Hey everyone, welcome to Canva Bootcamp, using Canva to tell your organization's story. I'm Kendyll Palermo, the Programming Director with the Mississippi Gulf Coast Chamber of Commerce.
And hi, I'm Bryce Gangi, Marketing and Communications Director here at the Chamber. I did want to introduce a new initiative that we've started here at the Chamber. It's going to be called BizBridge, and it's designed to bridge the gap between businesses, ideas, and opportunities. Through the series of interactive webinars and virtual sessions, BizBridge will provide a platform for meaningful conversations that strengthen our local business ecosystem. Our mission is to empower collaboration, foster innovation, and create opportunities that help our business community grow stronger, all while redefining success together.
So today we're going to show you how Canva can help you take your mission and turn it into visuals that connect with your community, whether that's through social posts, newsletters, presentations, or print pieces. The goal isn't just to make things look polished, but to make your story shine without the stress.
So yeah, like Kendyll said, our goal today is really simple. We're going to walk you through a few basics, show you tools that we actually use every day, and share design strategies that make it easier to communicate your story. You'll leave with some skills that you can start applying to your own projects today.
So our game plan for today is going to be free versus pro tools, brand identity basics, Canva basics, design tips and tricks, a flyer exercise, and then we'll wrap up with some Q&A. And we'll tie each piece back to how you can use design to tell your story more. So let's start with the basics. Canva makes design simple and accessible. Your dashboard is home base. Templates, past projects, and tools are all in one spot. The mobile app is also pretty good, so you can capture and design if you need to get something out quickly. And then remember that Canva isn't just for flyers. You can use it for social posts, presentations, invitations, newsletters, basically any visual way you want to share your story.
So with the free version, you do get a lot. You get templates, fonts, and the basics. But Canva Pro really does level it up with tools that make storytelling so much easier, with things such as background remover, so your mission is the focus and not the clutter. Magic Expand, so your campaign fits every platform. Premium templates and stock photos, and brand kits and extra storage. And these are all things that we're going to be covering today.
If you're creating often, especially to showcase your programs or events, Pro is worth the investment. It's about $20 a month. But if that's not feasible for you or your company, free will carry you a long way if you're just starting out. Some of the tools we lean on the most for storytelling are Brand Color Shuffle, which instantly tests color options while keeping your identity intact. Background Remover highlights the people and stories behind your work. Magic Expand resizes or extends images so your story always fits the frame. Templates are a huge time saver. You can just make them your own. And then Tidy Up Position keeps everything neat so your message stays clear. And QR codes connect people directly to donations, signups, or more info.
All right, so let's talk about branding. So fonts, colors, and logos aren't just decoration. They're visual shorthand for your story. At the Chamber, we use Montserrat as our main font, and we've recently added Great Vibes, which is our latest cursive font for elegance when you're using them on flyers. We also always stick to our official color palette so that people recognize our work at a glance. The goal is that your audience sees a flyer or a social post and instantly knows that it's you before even reading the words. And also a fun little tip that we're going to show you later on in the presentation is our hex colors that we have shown on the screen today. With the brand color shuffle, when you do get the pro version of Canva, you'll be able to input your hex colors into Canva to do that brand color shuffle to where you can see all of your templates just recolored in your brand really quickly.
It's a tool that helps keep your branding consistent, and consistency builds trust. If your graphics, presentations, and newsletters all share the same look, your story feels intentional and professional, and that's how your community learns to recognize your mission in action.
All right, so let's talk about templates. So at the Chamber, our motto is don't reinvent the wheel, and that flows right into this topic about how to use templates. They might not always be a perfect fit right away, but they're an awesome starting point for telling your story. So let's say that we're doing an Instagram post for a fundraiser. It's as easy as clicking templates up at the middle top and typing in fundraising. And if we're going to do an Instagram post, you can actually select the category that you want to choose from. So like I said, we're going to click on that Instagram post, and it will generate tons of different things that are already set in the parameters of what Instagram allows to post. So we'll go ahead and click on this template and click customize. And I'm going to show you all that brand color shuffle that we were just talking about. So once you've purchased Canva Pro, on the left side, you can click on brand. We've already input our hex colors in, and just by clicking shuffle, it will make your flyer in your brand colors with the click of a button. Next, we're going to do brand or background remover just to get some more focus on our image at the top screen. That way it doesn't have so much clutter going on, and it's really bringing the focus to our volunteer picture. Next, we're going to talk about Magic Expand. Sometimes your favorite photo doesn't fit the design, and Magic Expand fixes that. We're going to look at an example here where we have a headshot, and we'd like to see the shoulders and torso of this headshot show. So you'll click Magic Expand on the left, and we use freeform. You can drag the little corners down to allow AI to generate some shoulders and torso. And then by clicking generate, it's going to give you 4 different options of what it's made for you.
Also, keep in mind that this is AI, so sometimes if you go too far and don't use freeform, it can add additional characters to your images or, do whatever crazy things AI does. But if it doesn't give you exactly what you're looking for, you can click that generate new results button and keep trying until you get the right picture you need.
Yes.
So this is my favorite tool in Canva, Tidy Up. So let's say you're creating a sponsor thank you page for your fundraiser, and you've dropped in 10 different logos. Instead of clicking each one and dragging them around, trying to eyeball and get it neat, you can select all of them at once. Up at the top, you'll click position. And then over on the left, you'll click the tidy up button, and it automatically tidies those up neatly within one click of a button. And keep in mind that the 2 anchors on the end will be your parameters for where it will tidy up between. So whatever you've selected, those last 2 pieces, that's where your images will tidy up in between. And you can do this with images, text, logos, really any element that you drop into the page.
All right, and now we're going to talk about QR codes. So everybody knows how to use a QR code by now, but Canva makes it really, really easy by allowing you to actually put those or generate these QR codes within its program itself. So if you scroll on the right or the left-hand side down to apps, you can type in at the search bar QR codes, and it will actually populate its own generator. And all you have to do is type in whatever URL or copy and paste your URL into the text box and click generate code. And in seconds, you have a working QR code on Canva.
You can also customize the colors of this QR code to match whatever branding you have set for your design. And also keep in mind that QR codes are for print media, not for digital media, because it doesn't make sense to have it on a Facebook post when somebody's looking at it on their phone because they can't scan it that way.
Yes, and these 6 tools that we just discussed, brand color shuffle, background remover, magic expand, templates, tidy up, and QR codes are simple but yet really powerful. They do make your designing consistent, professional, and most importantly, they keep your mission front and center.
So these are a few quick design rules for storytelling. Keep your margins and spacing consistent. Clarity makes your story readable. Don't overcrowd your design. Negative space helps your message breathe. Use templates or reference layouts. Structure supports storytelling. And then pull colors from your logo or images to keep your story visually consistent.
Yeah, and a little tip on this as well, make sure that if you're making a flyer, make sure you're printing that at full size just to make sure that it's translating well. And also always check digital graphics on your phone because some things that you do edit on your monitor may not translate as well and carry your message over when it's been resized.
So let's look at a real example of how we put these tools into action. On the left, you can see the before flyer. It has a basic layout, colors, and elements that feel a little messy and generic. On the right is the after flyer where we use Canva to tell our organization story more clearly.
Yeah, so first we started with the template. It gave us the overall structured layout that we didn't have to start from scratch. You can see how all of our text is on the page, but it's really not really evened and lined up, and there's a lot of just disarray, it seems, in example one. After going through that brand shuffle, we kind of got a vision of where we wanted to see this flyer go by using our organization's colors. And the background remover was a really big game changer in this one as well. The headshot of our speaker, it was taking a lot away from the graphic itself. And just by removing that background, it really gave just a lot of evenness in that flyer itself.
Also added a little bit more negative space, so the focus is on your text and the important information rather than this random white square. And
Yeah.
we also use tidy up on this. So after we placed all our text boxes and our images and our logos, we use tidy up to automatically align everything so that it's neat and balanced and the flyer's easier to read and your important information stands out.
Yeah. So even without designing from scratch, using these tools really did turn a basic flyer into something that's polished, professional, and it also tells a really clear story. Every element, with whether that be color, spacing, and an image, it works together really well to highlight the mission and make people want to engage in your flyer.
So now that you have your flyer all pretty and as perfect as you would like it to be, this is how you download it. So up at the top right, you'll click the share button and then the download button. And then there is a drop-down menu with all the different ways that you can download your image or video. And it kind of gives you examples of what the best option is for whatever you have. So if you have a video, it's going to tell you what the best way to download that video is. If you have a flyer, we usually do those in JPEG. So you just click the JPEG button and it automatically goes into your download flyer folder and you are ready to post it or print it or do whatever you need to do with your design.
Yeah. So that's Canva Bootcamp. It was short and sweet, I know. But we've covered branding, Canva basics, our favorite tools, design tips, free versus pro, and even walked through a flyer.
So the big picture is design is how your story comes to life. Keep your branding consistent, keep your layout simple, and always preview before you publish. The more you practice, the faster and better you'll get. At the end of the day, Canva isn't just about making things pretty, it's about making your mission visible.